Welcome to the Expa video of the National Educational Cycle for OGX. I hinted a lot of times, so finally we arrived, so you will get to know more about Expa. First of all, Expa, as I mentioned before, is our international platform that we use internally at ISEC. It needs to get checked daily, and it reflects all activities from isec.org. On the right side, you can see how it looks like and also the link to access it. Make sure to bookmark it. The link, it's expa.isec.org. And to differentiate between isec.org and Expa again, isec.org is our external website used by EPs to sign up and for applications. And Expa is the internal website for all our operations used by ISECers and only by ISECers and used for EP management. So make sure to always talk about isec.org when you talk to EPs, and then we use Expa to actually see what was done on isec.org, which is reflecting on Expa. All right, so how to navigate through it? We have three different sections that are important for us in OGX. Of course, we have the homepage, but then we have people, applications, and analytics. People will always give you an overview about your EPs, applications about all applications, and analytics can give you more details and numbers about your KPIs, key performance indicators. Then there are different subcategories for every option. So people, we mainly look into the EPs of your LC. If you just want to have the ones you are assigned as EP manager, you click on people I manage. Otherwise, people will give you the overview about all EPs in your LC. And applications will give you again all applications in your LC, no matter if outgoing, incoming, all of them. And applications of people will give you all outgoing OGX applications. Whereas applications of people I manage will just show you all applications of the EPs where you are actually assigned as EP manager. So always make sure to be in the right section so you see all EPs and you don't forget about some just because you always just click on, for example, people I manage and you don't even know about all the others. So especially as VP, make sure to always use these ones that are marked here, overview about all EPs of your LCs via people, and overview about all OGX applications by using applications of people. Otherwise, it gets messy and you forget about EPs, or you have a lot of IGV EPs and so on. This is how the people page looks like. When clicking on people, you will see the list of all EPs in your LC. Up there are different filters you can use. So if you just want specific EPs in a specific time frame, just for a specific product interest at a specific status, whatever, you can filter them there. On the right side, you can see the preview. By clicking on this icon on the right side, it is marked. You can select what exactly you want to view on your main page without opening the specific profiles of the EPs. So make sure to use this wisely. We will also have more details for the VPs about this in the tracking video. Then whenever you want to open an EP profile, you just click on their name, especially by clicking on this small dot where just their first letter of their name is shown. Then the whole profile will open. And especially for members, keep in mind that you can always just view EPs where you are actually assigned as EP manager. So whenever you want to open and view an EP and it does not work out, please ask your VP to assign you as EP manager. Then another thing that always needs to be done, especially for VPs, is to make sure that every single EP has an EP manager, what I said right now. To add someone as EP manager, you just go with your cursor next to the plus or next to the sign that is already there indicating a name. Then you can add someone new, a new manager. Always make sure that this is correct. So don't have someone there who is not a member anymore. don't have the EP, the VP name there if this person is handled by a member. So really make sure that this person who's in contact with the EP is also assigned as EP manager there, so that whenever questions arise, we always know who to reach out to. And then at the same time also, whenever someone talks to an EP and finds out information and finds out what they're interested in, come here, go to this overview, go with your cursor to this small dots there that the product's interested in. So the pen will be visible, and then you just adjust the product the EP is interested in, so that we can view in one glance, okay, this is an EP interested in GV, this one in GTA, and so on. Then once you click on a profile of one specific EP, you will be able to view this whole profile here. You have different categories: overview, details, applications, and all of them have different reasons to be there, or different situations when you go there. The overview just gives you an overview about all updates about the whole process. Then the details, of course, shows the details, the personal information about the EP, and applications gives you an overview about the applications, the opportunities your EP applied to, and the status of them. More information about the overview. Not just in the overall preview, you can add someone as manager, but also here in the overview of a specific EP. So make sure that you always have the right EP manager assigned. Once you are the EP manager and you contact an EP, make sure that you update the follow-up. So whenever you contacted someone, please go to the right side here, select the right drop-down the follow-up menu, and mark if an EP was contacted, is interested, not interested, you could not connect with them, or whatever, so that we know when someone reached out to the EP. Then also, all information you will get from the EP, please write them down in the notes. We mentioned it before, it's all about building up trust and storing information, because if 5 different people contact the same EP afresh and be like, hey, have you heard about ISAC? Now you registered. Who are you? Give me some details and information about yourself. And this looks very unprofessional. But on the other hand, if someone needs to take over an EP from someone else, and then information are shown on Expa, you can go there and be like, hey, I'm taking over from my colleague now. I know that this and this and this is what you're interested in. So let's move on from there. And at the same time, if someone gives you some information, it's always nice to come back to them, to come back to a conversation you had earlier. You would have forgotten otherwise if you don't write them down. So utilize these notes here, especially also for your VP to be able to support you. Then in details, you find the information the EP entered before on isac.org in their profile, what we saw in the other video. So everything that is written down in isac.org in their profile will display on Expa in the EP profile. So you can always view what the EP wrote down there to also support them in filling the information and so on. Then especially that's important if someone wants to get contacted. So to contact someone for the first time, you go there, you go to details, and then you can find their phone number there. Make sure that you enter the correct, like you dial the correct number. Sometimes there might be a +256, sometimes there might be an additional 0, sometimes they don't put +256, but just a 0. So be careful about that, so that you don't you're not unable to connect to an EP just because you did not consider that 0 can be substituted by +256 and so on. Then there's also the email. Don't be surprised when it looks very weird and it's a super long email. It's just encrypted for data security. So you can just click on this right like symbol on the right, the small one, which stands for copy. So you just click there and copy the whole encrypted link, the whole encrypted email address, and just use it as a normal email address with your ISAC account. Make sure you use your ISAC account, because ISAC accounts can use these or like work with these encrypted emails. Your private email can't. Then when it comes to the lower part of the details section of the profile, there will also be shown any other things they enter, qualities, skills, academic experience, and so on. You will always be able to also view the referral. Keep this in mind. Whenever you contact someone, first check what the referral was. Did they come from this marketing activity you did yesterday? Is it just someone who randomly found it on the internet? So this can already give you an idea of how much do they actually know about ISEC already. And you can adjust your first contact to that. Still keep in mind to ask them what we discussed in the first contact video, that you still find out how they found out about it and so on, and you get their expectations. And then also if someone already entered their academic experience before you contact them for the first time, this can also give you an idea about what product the EP can actually go for. Because if someone did not study the right study course, but they tell you they want to go for a GTA, then you can already tell them from the beginning on this is not possible because you don't meet the requirements. So you can directly adjust your sales speech. Then coming to the applications part, once someone applied, you will be able to see the applications in the person applications by clicking on the EP profile and then applications. You can see all different opportunities the person applied to in an overview. If you want to open the opportunity, you click on the small opportunity symbol on the left side. If you want to open the application, then you click on the name of the EP on the right side. Then viewing all applications is possible by clicking on this application symbol on the left side. Remember what we saw before in the slide is all applications just from a specific EP in the EP profile. Now we have all applications of all people that are outgoing EPs by viewing the applications of people. So this is an overview about whichever EP applied, where you can always check if you have new applications coming in. It's the same with the filters, like for the people, you can select for different applications during a different time frame, for example, two different host entities or whatever you want to view. Then also the same thing also applies to the preview. On the right side, you can select what exactly you want to be shown to see a proper overview of your applications there. And then to open an application, you just click on the applicant's name again. In the application overview, you can also always view the status of applications. We went through this during the previous videos about the customer flow. So we have the different status that are reflecting on Expa. So all the status we talked about before, they are actually coming from Expa. So they're accepted by host, for example. You will see once you open an opportunity, an application, and then you will see that the host actually clicked on Expa, that they accept the EP. Then afterwards, the EP has to go to isec.org to sign the acceptance note there, following the procedure we discussed in the other video. And then you will see on Expa that the EP is now accepted. Then you will see here in the middle in the picture that the program fee and the LDA are still marked as red. Once this is done and this is ticked, then you can click actually paid for approve. Now, once you received the money, and then you tell also the host side to do so. So they also click approved by home and by host, and then the EP will be shown as approved. So officially approved, and the consideration phase is done. Then you can also track the experience itself on Expa. You will see once the host entity clicked realized, you will see it. And when this was on Expa, then also automatically the EP will marked as finished after the end of the project. And then to be shown as completed, the EP needs to complete all the surveys. So going back to isaac.org or their emails after their experience and answer the surveys. And then you will see down here that the standards are fulfilled or not fulfilled, and you can check which standards are not fulfilled. And as we said, for completed, the standards have to be fulfilled. There are some mandatory and non-mandatory standards, but at least 14 have to be fulfilled for someone to get completed. Then last but not least, Expa is a bit special sometimes and is not always working that properly. If you have any problems with Expa on your laptop, you can always go to incognito mode and try to open it from there. Sometimes this already solves the problem. On your phone, you will never be able to properly view Expa. That's why we have a mobile version of Expa where you just take the normal link, expa.isaac.org, but you put m dot in the beginning. So m.expa.isaac.org. And then you will have a proper view about all your EPs, though the functionality is a bit different and things work a little bit different. You just have to check it out and get used to it. Though in general, what's always preferable is to access Expa from your laptop, or you find someone where you can borrow a laptop every now and then, so you can use all functions from Expa, because not all functions are available with the mobile version. All right, in case of any problems, any questions when it comes to Expa, as always, I'm there to support. Just reach out to me and let me know, and then we will figure out the problem your Expa might have.